I have never had one go so wrong as I did with this one that actually happened very recently. It's real estate story time with Stephanie. Lock boxes are essential to selling homes. There is really no way with so many showings to not have a lockbox and use it. Obviously, I use a lockbox on all of my listings. I have never had one go so wrong as I did with this one that actually happened very recently. So it was a condo townhome, fine. The last agent who showed it, the agent who was showing it next, it was a back-to-back kind of showing situation. The market is very hot. There's lots of people showing homes, obviously, and lots of times they are back-to-back-to-back. So I got a call from an agent saying, I just got to the house, the lockbox is open, and there is no key in it. So, okay, there must be someone who's late. Can you knock on the door and see if they're inside? Sometimes agents open the lockbox, take the key, lock the door, and go inside and show so that no one else comes in for their showing. He's like, I've knocked, there's no one there, there's nobody in the house at all. Okay, maybe the person who last showed is walking around the complex taking a look, I'll call them. I call. The last showing is like, sorry, I actually didn't show up. Thanks a lot, Toronto agent. Didn't bother to show up, didn't bother to call me. It is what it is. That's fine. So I now have to track back to the person before that. I call him. He's a local agent. We have a decent relationship. Hey, what happened to the key for this property? Oh, I locked up. I put it back. It's all done. I said, are you sure that you locked it up? Are you sure that you put the key back in the lockbox? Because the door is locked. He did in fact lock the door, so it did his job that far, thankfully. He's like, yeah, I locked the door, I put the key in the lockbox, closed up, it's all done. Okay, can you maybe check your pocket? This happens. Sometimes you put a key in your pocket and you forget all about it, but the door locks automatically, so you don't need the key to lock it, so you forget about the key in your pocket. So the lockbox was open, it wasn't closed, so the key is somewhere. Maybe it got stolen, maybe it got dropped, I'm not sure. He's like, listen, I live close. I'm gonna go back and check. I'll retrace my steps and I'll try to find the key for you. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. He was so great about it. He gets to the house, he talks to the other agent who's there waiting to get in. He cannot find the key. He then realizes he went to another property. He also found out that he has a key in his pocket. The key in his pocket does not open the door to my listing. He realizes that the key in his pocket must be to the house he showed after my listing, which was 15 minutes away. Thankfully, he went back to that house to retrace his steps there. Sure enough, there was a key in the lockbox of the next house, and the key in his pocket opened the door to the next house. So what he had done was taken the key from my listing, drove to the next showing, left it in his pocket, opened the door for the next house, put that key in his pocket, showed it, pulled out a key, put it back in the lockbox, but it was the key to my listing. So the wrong key is in the lockbox for the wrong house. He managed to sort it all out, put that key from his pocket in the proper lockbox, took my key back, and went back to my listing to put the proper key back in the lockbox. Moral of the story for agents, if you are showing a home, make sure you put the right key in the right lockbox, because man, did it ever mess up a whole list of people planning to show that property that day.